Every time you flee from the presence of God, you're in trouble. Every time. Every time you miss your devotional life, every time you miss your time of prayer, every time you miss your time of reading the Word, as a Christian, you're in trouble. And every time you hear the gospel and do nothing about it, you're in trouble. You're in eternal trouble. Because living inside of your body is a spirit, and that spirit lives forever, either in heaven or hell. And you're taking a chance every time you hear the gospel and do nothing about it. It's not easy to be a follower of Christ. In this generation especially, it's hard to follow Christ. Identify yourself with Christ at the school, at the factory, on the farm, and with your friends and neighbors. Let them all know where you stand, that you stand for Christ and for righteousness and for honesty and for goodness and for morality and for justice. And that's not easy in our generation. There's an easy road that's a broad road, but the end, Jesus said, is death and destruction and judgment and hell. It doesn't last long. Life will soon be over. And how many of you are going to wish that you had taken that narrow road? First, sin is fun, then it's boring, and then it makes you insensitive. And there was a time when you were very sensitive to the Word of God. It pricked your conscience. It brought tears to your eyes. It made you uncomfortable. And now you turn away without any feeling at all. You're sleeping the sleep. You've been sedated by sin. No matter what your sin, no matter how deep in sin you've been, God is in the forgiving business because of what Christ did on the cross. I'm not going to heaven because I'm good. I'm not going to heaven because I've preached to thousands of people. I'm going to heaven like anybody else by the way of the cross, where Christ died for me.